What's up? We've got an interesting thing to talk about today. Let's get into it. Real fans versus mass media exposure. What's the difference? These are two aspects that are on completely different sides of a single spectrum. On one hand, you have an opportunity to be exposed to a mass group of people. On the other hand, however, you have a ride or die group of select people who will do whatever it takes to be involved in your culture. It's obvious to say that I do have an opinion on this. So what I can do to explain this is to give you an experience from my perspective. With the Lit Lords movement, you have a very niche group of people who have attached and involved themselves in the space that we have created. That being said, I can also give you a perspective from the other side in the case that we have played shows and been in situations where we have had to adapt in the way of accommodating a much larger group of people who A, don't know who you are and is their first time being exposed to your energy, and B, who may or may not unify with your perspective. In my humble opinion, I feel like there's a misconception that exposure equals success. Yes, my handwriting is terrible. Why is that a misconception? Well, yes, you may be able to be seen by thousands or maybe even millions of people who may lock on to your wavelength. But at the same time, I don't feel like that's the same group of people who are going to stand by you when it counts. Why don't you play a show with so-and-so or do a track with so-and-so or try to get your stuff here or there? And all of that stuff is fine. That's great. These are great ideas. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, why do I want to involve myself here when everybody coming to this area is not coming for what I'm bringing to the table? Rather, I present myself here to a group of people expecting what I'm going to present to them. So I would make the argument to you that the right exposure equals success. To back my concept here, Hard City Tour 2019. It's a tour that we completely put together ourselves, and I said to myself and I said to the team, I said, I feel like this is the best way to present ourselves for ourselves. I want to focus on the fans. I want to focus on the people who care about me as much as I care about the music that I give them. Jesus. And if you've ever met me, you know that I tried to bring a very personal experience to the show in the way that I am going to remember your name, I'm going to remember your face, I'm going to remember what you said to me, because what you said drove me forward. And that's why I'm still here today. I am wholeheartedly behind the idea that it takes more than a performance, than getting up there and pressing play to make a fan. It takes more than that. If you're not feeling it, it's not happening. I can tell you from just about every single show that I've played, there are a collection of special moments that are near and dear to my heart because I made myself presently there and I connected with the people who did the same. I would just argue the idea that the right exposure equals success. So the moral of the story is to respect your grind.